Hello, it's another week, and this week we're going to be focusing on the market breakdown for the coming month, which going to begin on the 2nd of September and going to end on the 6th of September. So for this coming week, we're going to be observing the following pair. This is AUD card, and this is our first pair, and this is H4 time frame. For AUD card, we can see that it has made a little consolidation for the past few weeks, and we're estimating that it will make some move for this coming week. Either it's going to be going up or it's going to be going down. That is not a problem, but high probability it will continue moving down. So for the coming week, we're going to be having a bearish direction on AUD card. So where are we going to be looking for our entry, and where is our target? We are anticipating that market will break this zone, this like a yellow zone, then make a good pullback. Then from there, it's when we're going to be getting our entry, then continue moving down with it. But if it fails to break such an area, we're anticipating that if it successfully break this downtrend which you have drawn here, then we're going to be having to see like a double bottoms formation. So we're going to be taking our entry based on the double bottoms, but high probability is it's going to be going down. Let's just see the target for the coming week on this pair. When we move back to daily, not daily, let's move to weekly. Yeah, when we move back to weekly, this is our targeted area. This is where we're anticipating that price will reach. It's a very long distance, but we have to have patience so that we can master this craft. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from AUD card, it's AUD chafe. And in AUD chafe, you're going to be looking for a little bullish direction. Let's go to H4. Little bullish direction. The reason for it to continue to give us a bullish direction is because of a breach out of this downtrend, and also there is a confirmation that's already been given, and we're anticipating that this is a double bottoms pattern, so it will make a good retest. Then we get our second entry or our first entry, then move toward the targeted area. Then from there we'll drop down with it. This is AUD chafe, and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from AUD chafe is AUD NZ. And on AUD NZ, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction, as it's made a good retest for the past week, and it did a good retest, and it's continue moving up. So for this coming week, you're going to be continuing to hold this pair. And where is our targeted area? Where is our targeted area? Let's move to daily. Yeah, our targeted area is very far, and we can take chances on the coming week. So we will for this coming week we're gonna for those who are still holding, we're gonna continue holding as we have already break even our entries. But for this continuation of this coming week is because of the double bottoms pattern. That's why we are moving up. So our first entry for the coming week will wait after a good breach out of this support or resistance and a good retest. Then from there we will take our entry toward that targeted area. This is AUD NZ, and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing apart from AUD NZ is AUD USD. And on AUD USD also, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. Let's just go to H4. The reason behind is because of a good breakout of this support or resistance, and also there is like an uptrend which is respected, and also we're anticipating that it has already formed this as the second bottom. So we're anticipating that price will continue moving up toward the targeted area. Where do we get our entry? We will wait for a good confirmation at this area when the market opens, and if it fails to give us good entry, we'll wait for a good pullback and the retest of this broken support or resistance. Then we'll be targeting that direction. This is AUD USD, and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from AUD USD is GBP AUD. Yeah, for GBP AUD, you're going to be looking for a bullish direction, and the good reason behind is because of a clear double bottoms pattern. So we're anticipating that when the market gives out a breach out of this support or this trend line or this green support or resistance, we'll wait for a good retest. Then from there we will run toward that targeted area. And if it fails to give us a good direction, we might have a little dropout toward this area. We might have a little dropout, and the reason behind is because we have like triple tops. If you go to the smaller time frame, if you observe it very well, we have like a triple tops. So we will just have a temporary down move toward this area. Then from there we will pop up to go up with it toward that targeted area. This is GBP AUD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from GBP AUD is GBP CAD, and on GBP CAD for the coming week you're going to be looking for a bullish direction, and the reason behind is because of the clear head and shoulder pattern which has already been performed. So as you can see, this is the first shoulder and this is a head, and also we had a second shoulder, but market is still consolidating on this area. We're anticipating that market will shoot up toward that targeted area, but if it fails to shoot up, it might also go down. It might also go down, and the reason behind is because of this double tops formation. So we might have a little down move, but high probability to move from here toward that area. So if we makes a down move, our entry first, we wait for a breach out of this support or resistance, a good retest, and we will run toward this targeted area, then we buy toward that targeted area. So it might come back to form a double bottoms pattern. That is our expectation, but high probability it will move from where it is going up. This is GBP CAD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from GBP CAD is GBP CHF, and also for GBP CHF for this coming week you're going to be looking for bullish direction. The reason behind is because of a clear first shoulder head and the second shoulder, and the market has already breached out a neck and is still consolidating on this area. So we are waiting for a clear breakout of this trend line so that you can continue moving up with it. So we wait for a good retest, then moving up with it toward that targeted area. This is GBP CHF and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from GBP CHF is GBP NZ, and for GBP NZ we're going to be having a bearish direction. The reason behind is because we are anticipating that this uptrend is almost ending, and we can see this as the first shoulder and this as the head. So it will come back here and make a good retest of this broken trend line, making the second shoulder, then it will breach out, retesting, then continue moving down toward the targeted area. So our first entry is when they breach out of this support or resistance, this trend line. Then from there we're going to get a second entry at that breach out of that support or resistance is when you're going to get the second entry, and the targeted area is that one. This is GBP NZ and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on is GBP USD, and on GBP USD for the coming week you're going to be looking for bullish direction, as it has already given us like a pin bar. Same to Euro USD. For those who are trading correlation pairs, Euro GBP USD and Euro USD are believed to be moving in the same direction. So for the coming week you're going to be looking for a bullish direction on this pair. For those who like to take big risk, you can take a risk at this area when the market opens and moving up toward that direction area. Or for those who will wait for the right time, you have to wait for a breakout of this trend line, this downtrend. If it breaks and retests is when you're gonna get an entry. This is GBP USD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from GBP USD is NZD CAD, and for NZD CAD for the coming week you're going to be having a bullish direction first, then from there we're going to be having a bearish direction, a temporary bearish, temporarily uptrend and temporarily downtrend. So for the coming week on NZD CAD we're going to be moving up with it toward this area, then moving down with it. So where do we get our entry? Our entry confirmation may be taken when the market opens at this area where the market is, but a high probability entry will be taken after the breakout of this trend line, and we'll be targeting toward that area, and then we look for an entry confirmation to sell this pair. This is NZD CAD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from NZD CAD is NZD CHF, and for NZD CHF we're going to be looking for a bullish direction, a temporary bullish direction, whereby we're anticipating that this is the first shoulder and this is the head, and then the market will pull back toward that area, forming the second shoulder, moving toward that area. Then from there we'll get another entry of shooting this pair downwards. So our first entry confirmation is when the market breaks and retests this broken trend line, and our second entry is when the neck is broken and retested of the head and shoulder, and our target is that area. This is NZD CHF and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from NZD CHF is NZD USD, and for NZD USD for the coming week you're going to be looking for a bearish direction. The reason behind, when you move back to daily, there was like a breach out of this support or resistance, and we're anticipating that market also will breach this support or resistance. There is no obstacle, and it will continue moving down toward this targeted area. So it's from this green zone to this green zone. This is NZD USD, and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on from this pair is USD card. And for USD card, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction, and the reason behind is because the market has made a retail consolidation for the past weeks. So we're anticipating that it's like forming like triple tops, so it will drop down toward this area, and then we'll catch up another big move going upward toward that targeted area. This is USD card, and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which we're going to be focusing on apart from USD card is USD chafe. And for USD chafe, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. The good reason behind is because of the clear first shoulder, and this is the head, and we're anticipating that market, when it reach there, it will like make a big move downwards, or it might continue from there where it is and continue moving up. So we're anticipating that this is the first bottom or first shoulder, and this is the head, and we're going to be having the second shoulder at this area, then continue moving up with it. So our first entry, and the high probability entry, will be focusing when the market tries to break this trend line and it'll make a good retest, then we continue moving up toward our targeted area. Where is our targeted area? Let us move to daily time frame so that you can see it. We are targeting that area as the big reason because we have a flag pattern. For those who trade flag pattern, this is a continuation pattern. So we're anticipating that price will continue moving up toward the direction. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from USD chafe is USD NOK. For USD NOK, let us move to weekly. We're going to be looking for a bullish direction continuation. As you can see, there was a breach out of this support or resistance on the past week, and for this coming week, we're anticipating that market will give us a good retest, although it has already given us a good retest at this area. So for those who take big risk, you can take your entry of bullish toward that area, but for we who are waiting for a good entry, it's when the breach out of this support or resistance is made, and we're going to get our entry. Our targeted area can be observed on the weekly time frame. Yep, there it is. This is USD NOK, and that is weekly time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on, and this is our last pair, is USD TRY. For USD TRY, let us go to the H4 time frame. For USD TRY, we can see that the market has already break this an uptrend, which we had it, and also it is like forming like a double tops. So we're anticipating that market will break and retest, and if it is retest, it's like giving us a head and shoulder. This is the first shoulder, head, and making the second shoulder, then continue moving down toward the targeted area. So for the coming week for USD TRY, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction. And where do we get our entry? When the market opens, we can look for a confirmation around here, and if we get our confirmation, we get our entry. But if we fail to get entry there, we're going to be waiting for a good retest here, then we get another entry there, then continue moving, then getting another entry when the neck of this head and shoulder pattern which I have shown you is completed. Another entry toward this targeted area. This is USD TRY, and this is H4 time frame. For those who need account management training and signal service, the services are still available. And for those who need one-to-one session, now I'm in Morogoro, so you can contact me so that you can schedule the training. So yeah, happy paper chasing week, traders.